Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you had a really great day trading today. So today was Tuesday, April 22nd. We did have Tesla earnings in after hours today, and this is SPY. We're on the 30-minute time frame, and today we opened the day with a gap up above the 35 EMA. So last week, Wednesday and Thursday, and today we did trade underneath this 35 EMA. And then Monday and Tuesday of last week, we did see that 30-minute 200 moving average as resistance. Today, we gapped up, got above that 35 EMA. We filled this down gap from yesterday and pushed up all the way to the downward facing 30-minute 200 moving average. I can't say this enough. Don't go long at a downward facing moving average. Once in a while, it does actually get above there, but usually there will be a pullback down to it. Today, we just saw it as a straight resistance. So 30-minute 200 moving average pushed us back down to the 35 EMA, and we stayed in between those two levels. We did start the day with a green signal line. Right away, that gap up gave us a green signal line, and we pushed up to the 30-minute 200 moving average. Now, on last night's member video, my suggested spread was 528, 531. So I did play that today, and right here is 528, and you could see that was the exact top right here. So we did have that 30-minute 200 moving average right there. So this was 528. 531 was right here, and it did fill the first order. We didn't even really get too far into that spread, but that first order did fill, and it did close up 100% today. SPX, today we opened with a gap up above that 35 EMA, closed out the bear gap, so we have a bull gap right here, which I didn't put in yet. Bull gap, we closed out the bear gap, we took it up to the 30-minute 200 moving average, saw resistance right there, got pushed back down to the 35 EMA, and then came back up to the 30-minute 200 moving average. So right here, we do have the potential in the next trading session to get this 35 EMA back above the 30-minute 200 moving average. That would be a bullish signal, but because this moving average is facing down, we probably would not blast off. It would be maybe a consolidation waiting for this 30-minute 200 moving average to turn. But just like right here, we had the chance right here, but instead it curled back down and we saw lower. So watch that 35 EMA tomorrow. So that downward 30-minute 200 moving average still pushing that price lower. SPY closed up 2.6% today. SPX 2.51%. VIX closed down at 9.61%. So we are at 30 for volatility, which is amazing. And we did not close within the implied move here. So 52.45 was the top of the implied move. We did push right past that right away, and we even closed above the next day's implied move. So right now, because the implied move and the 30-day average volatility is so disconnected, finding that strike right here, like yesterday in the members video, I did suggest 52.90, and then adding that $30 wide spread here would take it to 52.90, 53.20. And that would have paid 100%. Look at where 52.90 is right here. So we got just a little bit of that spread filled. 30-minute 200 moving average pushed us back out, and that spread closed up 100%. All right, and moving on to QQQ. We opened here with a gap up and closed out that bear gap from Monday. So same opening move over here, and then a push up to the downward facing 30-minute 200 moving average. And you guys are going to be hearing my voice every time you see a downward facing moving average. You don't want to go long at a downward facing moving average. We are close to possibly turning it. If we get that 35 EMA up, we could consolidate here for a little bit, get that turned. That's when you want to go long. But for right now, that is resistance. It played out today. Even here, when we got above it a little bit, that momentum was facing down and it pulled us right back down. So we gapped up above the 35 EMA, pushed up to that 30-minute 200 moving average, which pushed us back down to the 35 EMA, and then we did see a little bounce there. We did close right at the top of the next day's implied move. So the spreads I suggested in the member video yesterday, we did have 446, and because this was a $4 wide spread, I suggested 446, 450. That would have filled, the first order would have filled there. 445 is actually right here. So you could see we had a little bit of room to get into that spread, collect some premium before it got pushed back out. QQQ closed up 2.53%, VXN down 7.84%, and we did not close within the implied move today, but we definitely did stay within the trading range. Okay, and IWM. We did open IWM with a gap up as well, back above that 35 EMA, and then we pushed up, closed this down gap, got above this downward facing 30-minute 200 moving average. Right here, you could see that the 30-minute 200 moving average, 35 EMA, they look like they could possibly cross up. This is a critical level. If we gap down again tomorrow, 35 EMA will turn away here. We have seen that similar setup lately in a few other tickers where that 35 EMA is really close, but that 30-minute 200 moving average is still facing down and we just get pushed back down. So be careful here, but watch that 35 EMA. If it does cross up, wait for that 30-minute 200 moving average to start turning, and that's your signal to go long. So IWM closed up 2.59%. Yesterday we had everything closed down over 2%. Today everything back up over 2%. So up 2.59% today. RVX down 7.88%. And we did not close within the implied move for today. We did stay within tomorrow's, and yesterday in the members video, the spread I suggested was 188, 189. So that would have filled just that first order, and then from there would have closed up 100%. You could see we closed at 187.47. So that spread was a winning spread as well. And you could see just where my mouse landed right here. We're kind of sitting at a resistance level right here. That is where we closed. Just something to note for tomorrow. All right, and then lastly, we have DIA. DIA yesterday had a big gap down and drop, and then we landed right at the bottom of the implied move. So 381 was the bottom of the implied move. That in itself is an oversold signal. I mentioned that in the members video. We had oversold because we were at the bottom of the implied move on the week. Then we also were oversold here in the indicator. So we did open today with a gap up, and we got back above the 30-minute 200 moving average. And from where we closed Friday to where we closed today, we are completely flat right now. So today's move canceled out yesterday's move, and we replaced this bear gap, which did close out, with this bull gap here, which is an interesting shift. We are still bearish. 35 EMA underneath the 30-minute 200 moving average. That does not look like something that's going to cross up tomorrow, so we will be tomorrow still bearish. But we do have a green signal line and plenty of space to get up here and possibly fill this gap. I would expect resistance to be about 397 for DIA. DIA today closed up 2.69%, and we did close within the implied move for the day. We got right up to the top here and we stayed within that move. All right, and one more thing, let's just take a really quick look at Tesla. Tesla had earnings today in after hours, and this was the implied move. This was in the members video yesterday, and the expected move was 202 to 253. And let's take a look at what happened in extended hours. We did take it all the way to the top of the implied move. You can see just that wick at the top, and then we got pulled back down. So during regular trading hours, we took it to about halfway up the implied move, and then after hours took it all the way up to the top, and we did hit the top of that implied move. So really good stuff. Coming up next, the members video for tomorrow's trading ranges. If you're on the fence about becoming a member, I do release the members videos that come out in pre-market at 4 p.m. So they don't really do you any good after trading the day, but you can go back and see what we cover in pre-market. And if you want to become a member, it's $10 a month, and honestly you will get that back in one trade. So consider joining us. We go over a lot of stuff for the next day's trading range, and if not, I will see you tomorrow. Have fun, trade safe, make sure you take profits when you're up. I will see you guys real soon.